Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. The maze of underwater channels is not only extensive, but also deep, up to 100 meters in some spots. Beneath the shining surface of our world's oceans lies a realm of mystery and wonder, largely unexplored and filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Over the years, daring underwater divers have ventured into these aquatic depths, pulling out shocking discoveries that challenge our understanding of history, nature, and even our very existence. From sunken cities that hint at ancient civilizations to enigmatic shipwrecks with untold stories, the underwater world holds an attraction that is both captivating and bewildering. What motivates these divers to explore such dangerous and unexplored territories? Join us as we unravel top 20 shocking discoveries made by underwater divers. Number 20, 2,000-year-old shipwreck pill. Off the coast of Tuscany, Italy, a 2,000-year-old Roman shipwreck known as the Relito del Puzzino has revealed a stunning and almost unbelievable discovery. 5 perfectly preserved medicinal pills tucked inside a sealed tin. This shipwreck, found near the ancient Etruscan city of Populonia, turned out to be a treasure trove of Roman-era artifacts, including bronze jugs, lamps, and glass bowls. Thanks to incredible footage captured by a diver, we can now witness this extraordinary discovery that might have otherwise seemed like a story. Among the most fascinating finds were 136 wooden drug vials, a surgery hook, a mortar, and several tin vessels. What made these discoveries particularly astonishing was that the tins were still sealed, preserving their contents for over 2 millennia. But the surprises didn't end there. Researchers conducted a chemical analysis of the pills and found ingredients such as zinc compounds, iron oxide, starch, beeswax, pine resin, and plant-derived materials. Historical records and consultations with physicians led them to conclude that the pills were likely used as eye medicine. This remarkable discovery offers a rare glimpse into the medical practices of ancient Rome, highlighting the treatments and remedies used by people of that era. Number 19. Giant tube worms. In the harshest corners of our planet, deep-sea volcanoes stand as one of the most unwelcoming places on Earth. Life here is a constant battle against the crushing pressure of the deep ocean, the burning heat from the volcanoes, and the toxic substances they spew. When researchers explored the hydrothermal vents near the Galapagos Islands in 1977, they were stunned to find a bizarre and completely new creature. These were the giant tube worms, strange invertebrates that can grow up to 2 meters tall. These tube worms thrive in an environment that seems almost alien, enduring massive amounts of sulfur and temperatures reaching hundreds of degrees Celsius. Unlike most organisms that rely on sunlight and photosynthesis, giant tube worms survive through a process called chemosynthesis. This is where bacteria living inside the worms convert the toxic chemicals from the vents into organic molecules that nourish their hosts. The worms' red feathers, which are often the first visible sign of their presence, are rich in hemoglobin, allowing them to efficiently transport oxygen in an environment where it is scarce. Their discovery was groundbreaking, as it demonstrated the existence of complex life forms in complete darkness, miles below the ocean surface. Number 18. Apollo Moon Rocket Engines. The Apollo moon landing is one of the most celebrated events in United States history. However, during the late 1960s and early 1970s, multiple Apollo rockets were launched to circle the Earth. After these launches, the engines that powered the first stages of the boosters were released and dropped to the bottom of the ocean. For decades, these engines were lost, mingling with the assorted bottom feeders and other deep-sea marine life. It was widely believed that these engines were lost forever, given the vast expanse of the ocean. Then came Amazon's CEO, Jeff Bezos, who, for reasons unknown, decided to find these engines. Whether he had a passion for Apollo moon rocket engines or simply did it because he could, Bezos spent millions on a privately funded search to locate these lost relics. In 2012, the parts were found. After being hauled up from the ocean floor, they underwent 2 years of restoration before finally being put on display at the Museum of Flight in Seattle. Finding these rocket engines in the depths of the ocean is truly amazing, and the fact that they are now on display for all to see is pretty cool too. They represent a significant part of a monumental step for mankind. Number 17. Prehistoric Cemetery. In 2016, while searching for megalodon teeth along Florida's Gulf Coast near Venice, a diver stumbled upon something peculiar. Amidst the prehistoric cemetery, he found a barnacle-covered object that he couldn't identify. His curiosity got the better of him, so he decided to keep it. Later, he realized it was a human jawbone. He immediately informed the state's archaeology department, and the artifact was handed over to Ryan Duggins. Ryan Duggins, noticing unusual wear and tear on the teeth that modern teeth don't usually have, decided to investigate further. He and his colleagues visited the dive site and soon uncovered more human bones. These remains were located about 300 yards from the shore at a depth of 21 feet. The bones appeared to be from a prehistoric Native American cemetery. During the last ice age, Florida's coastline extended much further than it does today. Rising sea levels over thousands of years have significantly reduced the state's size, submerging many ancient settlements. Experts dated this particular burial site to around 7,000 years ago, a time when hunter-gatherer tribes in Florida were beginning to form more permanent villages. Duggins shared with National Geographic his hopes that this discovery would inspire researchers to consider the possibility of more submerged prehistoric sites waiting to be uncovered. Number 16. Ghost Fleet of Truk Lagoon. This lagoon once served as a home for Japan's imperial fleet during the war. However, it became the target of Operation Hailstone, a devastating Allied bombing campaign that left the fleet in ruins. Today, Truk Lagoon is a treasure trove of history, home to hundreds of Japanese aircraft and other military relics. It's a mecca for wreck divers, offering a unique chance to explore these sunken ships. Diving here is like stepping back in time, as many of the ships remain just as they were left, forgotten by the world, until Jacques Cousteau's 1969 film, Lagoon of Lost Ships, brought attention to this weird sight. The wrecks not only testify to the brutality of war, but also to the resilience of nature. Over time, vibrant glowing reefs have formed around the sunken vessels, creating a stunning underwater landscape. However, diving in Truk Lagoon can be risky due to the deteriorating condition of the wrecks and the presence of old fuel and oil leaking into the water. Despite these dangers, Truk Lagoon remains a popular destination for adventurous divers eager to explore this underwater museum of history. The site is so extraordinary that if a diver didn't capture images, many would struggle to believe such a place exists. Number 15. Lost Mahabalipuram. The 7 pagodas are part of an ancient Hindu legend about a man named Hiranyakashipu, who was punished for not having faith in Vishnu, one of the most revered and powerful gods in Hinduism. According to the story, to honor the god. For centuries, Mahabalipuram was hidden in mystery and believed to be the home of these mythical pagodas, which were said to have been constructed by the divine architect Vishwakarma. For many years, people thought these pagodas were just part of a legend, their glory lost to time and tide. However, this changed dramatically in 2004 during the catastrophic Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. As the tsunami waves retreated, they temporarily revealed structures that had long been submerged. Witnesses on the beach saw the legendary pagodas emerge from the depths as the tsunami pulled back the water and silt from the shore. After the disaster, archaeologists and divers rushed to investigate this astonishing sight. They discovered 2 submerged temples which had been hidden beneath the waves for centuries. These temples, adorned with intricate carvings and statues, were part of a larger complex that hinted at the existence of more structures yet to be uncovered. The discovery sparked a renewed interest in Mahabalipuram's history and its connection to the Pallava dynasty, which ruled the region during the 7th and 8th centuries. Number 14. Bimini Road. Underwater isn't the first place you'd think of finding a road, but that's exactly what was found near North Bimini Island in the Bahamas. This road, made up of rectangular limestone blocks, left everyone puzzled about its origins. The discovery sparked intrigue and a bit of conspiracy theory. Many people believe that the Bimini Road could be linked to the legendary lost city of Atlantis. In fact, Bimini Road, or the Bimini Wall, as it's sometimes called, is a favorite piece of evidence for those who believe in Atlantis. The rectangular rocks look like they've been deliberately arranged, leading some to suggest that this road once led to the mythical city. The road was discovered on September 2, 1968, by three divers, Joseph Valentine, Jacques Mayol, and Robert Endove. Interestingly, the road is submerged in water that's only 18 feet deep, adding another layer of mystery to this already fascinating find. Number 13. USS Conestoga. In the early 1900s, a 170-foot sea-going tugboat named the USS Conestoga was commissioned for Navy service during World War I. On March 25, 1921, it set sail from California's Mare Island, heading to American Samoa under the command of Lieutenant Ernest Larkin Jones. Sadly, neither the boat nor its 56 crew members were ever seen again. When the Conestoga failed to reach its destination on time, the U.S. Coast Guard launched a massive air and sea search. This operation was the largest of its kind until the search for Amelia Earhart in 1937. The only clue that surfaced was a lifeboat spotted hundreds of miles off course near Manzanillo, Mexico. For nearly a century, the tugboat's disappearance remained one of the Navy's biggest unsolved mysteries. In 2009, scientists from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, discovered an unidentified wreck 200 feet underwater in the Greater Farallones National Marine Sanctuary. None of its features matched known shipwrecks in the area. It wasn't until 2016, 95 years after the Conestoga vanished, that the team confirmed with certainty that it was the long-lost tugboat. Based on its location, it's clear that the vessel sank with